Gentlemen, and welcome to the Vortex Racing Network's production of Monday Night Mayhem. The boys of the Moonlight Racing League are live at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for race number 4 of our 13-race regular season. Season 7 well underway. Regular season at this tiny 1-mile oval. Too wide in the booth tonight. Mean Gene Money alongside my tag team partner Zack Panzarella, getting to bring you this Loudon racetrack. Zack, last week Richmond, tiny track. This one a little bigger, but man, it's still thin on them straightaways.
Yeah, it is. Me and Gene, we actually just wrapped up the ARCA race over here, and man, was that an intense one, and so loose, so difficult. I'm expecting it to be even more intense for these guys here in these Cup cars. I mean, granted, we were in ARCA cars, a little bit easier. So I am eager to see how these guys are able to navigate that.
Yes, absolutely. Getting ready to go live. Practice just wrapping up. Qualifying now. Only a 5-minute qualifying session for the boys here today. Last week, Richmond, what a barn burger, as we saw lots of different strategies all come together for a shootout where fresh tires always wins the day. Grant Applegate driving around the outside of his teammate Austin Thompson. Grant taking his first win of the year. Austin Thompson second. Collin Bollinger comes home in third. But I'll tell you what, Austin put up a great fight, but Grant had led 120 laps that day. Kind of not a surprise to see the two-time defending champion take the win there. You know what, Zach? You won at New Hampshire last year, too. Can you smell a back-to-back coming? Or you think one of these hot new rookies or one of these cool-handed veterans might have something for him?
It's going to be interesting, and this is going to be a track I think we're going to learn about a lot of these newer rookie drivers. Cream rises to the top, as we like to say here at New Hampshire, and this is a track that really asks a lot out of these drivers, and experience will come into play. So I'm excited to see how that plays into this race and what we learn about these guys, because it's going to really tell us a lot, probably more than we've learned up to this point.
And well,
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
and we're back. Sorry about that technical difficulty, boys and girls, but you know how it is. Sometimes the pixels are just too big and they won't fit in the hole. Requalifying is wrapping up as we talk, and let's take a look up there at the top of the qualifying poll. Looks like there's a few seconds.
Yeah, we still got a little bit of time until quality's over somehow.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. And one sec.
Last year at New Hampshire, we saw Grant Applegate take the win. Nate Lesko and him really smashing doors, though, as they were making battle here at New Hampshire. And we saw Collin Bollinger come home third. All three of these drivers here to do battle here today. So cannot wait to see exactly who is going to be the king of Loudon here today. Now, one might lean towards Collin Bollinger. You know, he is the king of the North, and this is a northern track. So all eyes are going to be on him as this thing develops. Can he respond to Applegate's win last weekend? Now, Applegate does get the 3-point advantage over him as we go into this. Joe Volpis third, those three guys with a little gap over the rest of the field. Hey, congratulations. Qualifying is over, and congratulations to Nate Lesko, as he is going to be your winner of the Mean Gene Quick Time Pole Award. That's right. We're going to give a little shout out to Nate Lesko for taking that Quick Time Award here today. Joining Nate on the front row will be last week's winner, Grant Applegate. Second row, Collin Bollinger going to be joined by Eric Thornton. Kevin Kyle starting from the 5th place position. Justin Parham's going to join him there on the 3rd row. Kenneth Redinger and Joe Volpus will be starting on the 4th row. 5th row, Eric Gambrell joined by rookie Calvin Smith. Jonathan Casabeers got his number 73 starting from the 11th position, joined on that 6th row by Michael Matta. Jay Stinson and Steve Lewis going to be starting 13th and 14th here today, and that rounds out your top 7 row.
In 15th, we're going to have Tony Iverson, and next to him will be Dalton Connor, another rough qualifying for Tony. 17th going to belong to race winner this season, Ryan Holla, along with Cody Dorsey alongside him. 2 really impressive drivers this season. Michael Wolf and John Beverly will be making up the row 10. Row 11 will be Rusty Raverty and Cole Lewis, along with Dakota Blay and Austin Thompson making up row 12. Matt Novella and Zack Lawson did not put down times, nor did Brian Coward and Jerry Massengill. And that makes up this entire 28 car field. A little bit small from this season standards, but still a great size field.
Show is, let's take it over to the last man of our broadcast booth, and you know who it is.
And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, the star of Universal Pictures movie, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, Kevin James.
Him.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops, God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
Oh yeah, Kevin.
Flex. He flexes. I love it. I love it. 28 men out here today. You know, Zach, funny story. We had 30 drivers make all 3 starts up to this point. You know, we have more in the points, but there had been 30 up to that point. Notable names not here today. Looks like no Nick Mills. Nick, where you at, buddy? I guess he's running that insurance company wherever he is here tonight. Also, looks like a couple other guys. We'll figure it out. Mickelson. No Wyatt Mickelson here.
Oh, man.
Today
Right.
either. Yeah, that's a little sad. All right, getting ready to go green. Away we go. And the drag race is on between Applegate and Lesko. We've been loving to see these 2 battle. And behind them, Collin Bollinger and Eric Thornton, who's learned how to save tires, in 4th. Round the outside, look at Justin Parham making a quick run. He's the grandstand driver, going to be trying to get up front early on. Nate Lesko on the inside lane. Applegate taps the wall, cost him some speed, but that's his lane, and he don't give a what. And he's going to be battling with Bollinger side by side. Lesko powering out of there, and it's going to be Nate Lesko leading lap number 1 here at New Hampshire.
Familiar sight here on Mondays. Nate Lesko dominating early, but that has not meant a ton when it comes to winning, and that's lasted for 2 seasons now. So Lesko gonna have to really settle in here now. Me and Gene, think about the long runs, think about the grand scheme of this race, and make sure he's there at the end. But great start for the Hawaiian Punch number 10 of Nate Lesko, someone who's led a lot of laps in the past year or so. Other notable ones right now, we got Eric Gambrell amongst some craziness that also includes Smith and Iverson, who's already at 4 positions and going 3 wide.
Here we go, 3 wide. Gambrell holding that middle. Iverson down to the apron. Top lane, Calvin Smith trying to make it work. Finally, they get that thing settled. Now, going back to Nate Lesko, last week led 22 laps, got caught up in some foolishness, finishes 12 laps down in 22nd position. Now, what does that mean? That means he is not in the playoff picture at the moment. 14th right now, but he's close. Don't worry, fans. He's only 1 point out of that 12th place position, but still, not where we're used to seeing Nate Lesko. Right now, 1st place, that's where we're used to seeing him. But oh my, look behind him. That's Grant Applegate shot out of a rocket, already closing the gap.
Applegate really using the bottom here, not something that we're used to seeing that 14 do. We're used to seeing him run that top, but if this is anything like the ARCA race, the bottom was very dominant. Really late in those runs, me and Gene, we were seeing guys like Tony Iverson and Brennan Lolis use, I'm sorry, not Tony Iverson, Danny Sanchez and Brennan Lolis, the backpack guys, use the entire apron through these corners on older tires. So we'll see how low these guys go here today, but there is one thing that's for sure, and there's a lot of racing lines here available in New Hampshire, but you got to be patient. And it's interesting to see Applegate using that bottom early, as Iverson had a moment, has lost a lot of that track position he had gained before.
Yeah, he did. He wiggled a little bit, and this is 2 to 7 degree banking, depending on where you are on the track, and that makes it very difficult if you lose momentum with this single file track. You're going to go straight backwards. And there's Iverson just touching Matta, helping him up the track a little bit. That's fine. Nothing to see here.
It's normal.
Up ahead, look at this, though. Looks like Justin Parham is finally getting a little bit of pressure from Joe Volpus. Volpus trying to go well below the apron, and it is a whole lot slicker here at New Hampshire than it was at Richmond. Still manages to make it work, but boy, he was a wheelman there for a few minutes.
And Mean Gene, who do you think was first to use the apron? No, he wasn't able to use it that time, taken away by the 3 of Calvin Smith, not driving those Baboline colors anymore. Is still, and now he's actually in the 3-0 instead of that, in that 3 instead of that triple digit number. So great to see that for Calvin. But the first guy to use that apron, unsurprisingly, was the 46 of Aaron Gambrell. And I can guarantee you here, Mean Gene, if he's able to get clear on the bottom, he's going to use it here into 1 and 2. That's where it seems like he likes it. Here we go.
Yes, he is right. Now, I want to say, though, this is a perfect opportunity for Eric to look at one of the more veteran drivers here. Look just 2 cars ahead of him. That's Kevin Kyle right there. Kevin's been on fire in the Sunday Cup League and in this Cup. Monday Night Cup. If I'm Eric, I might follow a driver like that. You know you're not going to lose positions. You know you might go forward. Just see what he's doing. You know, Eric has straight out speed all day long. I mean, as far as like closing the gap, Eric really 3, 4, 5 laps. He's just one of the top guys to do that. I would think if he could find somebody with that long range ability, you know, follow Joe Volpus around a few laps, follow a Kevin Kyle, one of those guys. It would be interesting to see the long run really come into Eric's bag of tricks. Or he could just hit him in the rear. That was scary.
I completely agree, Mean Gene. Just a second, hold on. Okay, I saw someone in our comments on YouTube said no audio. I was like, oh gosh, lucky them. But nope, sorry, you guys have to suffer. They can hear us. Gambrell and the 18 right there, really mixing it up. But Jay Stinson, oh man, Gambrell almost into the wall. Close call there. That's only going to get worse and worse as this run goes on. And we're only on lap 10 here, Mean Gene. Check out what's going on up front. And man, we've been seeing this a lot lately. 1 or 2 of these guys leading the race and the other keeping the leader honest.
It's Beardy. Oh, my word. I think the guy on YouTube is a guy Beardy. I used to race with him way back in the Xbox days. If it is, I hope you're having a good night, Beardy. Long time no see you. Now, big shout out to all the guys out there in YouTube land. Hey, take this opportunity. Hit that like button if you could for us. We'd really appreciate it. Share it with somebody and make sure that you are subscribed. We're on the climb to 500. We're at 435 right now, so we need 65 brand new friends to hook us up and get us up to that 500. Yeah, baby. It was a nice round prime number, so I could figure it out. Up front, Nate Lesko and Grant Applegate having a great time. But right now, it is Gambrell and Kevin Kyle with some side-by-side action as we see the young gun of Gambrell trying to put it to the old veteran hand of Kevin Kyle. Kyle goes high, and that's going to cost him now. As you can see, Michael Matta come into the picture. And now he's got and he didn't just come into the picture. He came into the T-bone.
Straight to it.
Nice.
Wow, that did.
He told him hold the brakes, and he's like, "Nah, bro,
What brakes?
We're not gonna hold the brakes. All gas,
no brakes. Yada mean.
All gas, no brakes, boy."
Oh man, let's check this out. And I mean, this is these two racing to each other on Mondays and Wednesdays now, and I'm sure that's made them love each other even more. I mean,
wait for it. Oh, yeah. Look at it, but he's like, hit the brakes. Kevin's like, no, bro.
He's on the brakes, sort of. There's the downshift.
The only thing we're hitting is you. Oh no, dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was a little bit of other collateral damage there.
Oh, there was. Well, look at this blimp view, and I want to see what happened with the initial contact here. Man, that went on for a long time. Yeah, Matta just comes up. I mean, where's Kevin supposed to go?
Oh, no.
And then what do we got here afterwards? Matta not holding the brakes. Maybe that's who they're telling to hold the brakes. Oh! Yeah. It's like Holla and I think Wolf, maybe? No, not Wolf. Holla and Dorsey and maybe Novella, I think, collected in that. Man. And we'll go back live here. Man.
Yeah, that looked really bad.
That was bad. In the pits now, we have Kevin Kyle, Michael Wolf, Ryan Holla, and John Beverly.
Yeah, that was Dorsey, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to give that to me for a second, I'll show you how that went down there at the end.
Mean Gene.
I got my on the 9 of Dorsey, and you can see behind him.
Oh.
Louis makes it through. Dorsey's trying to come down. And looks like they're, just to look at the spark. So this, there was something.
Some net code.
And then he goes, and then he goes into Novella. Both those guys take a little damage. Let's go back another couple of cars here. Who's that last car? Looks like Holla. Let's see what Holla does. Holla's okay.
So able to get through. Fine. Okay, that's good for
Holla.
Let's
look at the front end of these guys. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Novella does take a little damage, and
I think KK got out of there mostly unscathed.
So I would say if anybody, right there, Novella just took that shot.
Yeah, definitely. I think Novella may have gotten the worst of it, who wasn't even initially involved in it. I'm sure Matta got a little bit too. So far, it looks like everyone back on the track, Matta and Novella making their way around, looking better than they did before, that's for sure. But Novella looking a lot better, but getting ready to go green here.
Applegate and Bollinger come into the pits, as does Michael Wolf, who got fourth last week. Nate Lesko up front. Away we go. Out like a cannon. Gets a 3-car length lead over Eric Thornton. He's going to fade it up into that preferred lane and drive it back down onto the new pavement. Lesko, Thornton, Redinger, in Thor, Joe Volpus looking around the outside, but look at Parham, and here comes Calvin Smith rocking that new number 3 as him and Justin Parham are going to be battling back there. Eric Thornton also still up there with some good speed, and looks like Iverson's up 8 spots side by side doing battle with Tony Iverson and Gambrel. Great racing going on. Let's keep an eye on those guys that did take those tires, though. And we're spinning. We are spinning in the back. That is no bueno.
Yes, we are.
And that looks like it might have been, the 93 Chevrolet of Dalton Connor.
So
he gets involved. Oof.
Check this out, Mangy. We're going to start with this. This was not the caution, but I saw this in the back of the field when we initially were completing lap 1. Cody Dorsey saying, thank you for not hitting the brakes, my friend. Sends Matta into the wall. And then it was Massengill in the wrong number. A number that's nice to see here on this track, but the wrong one nonetheless.
Yeah, I like that 12. That's a pretty car, though.
But let's see what happens here. Massengill above Novella. He's checking up. Oh, there was already a wreck of...
Yeah, kick it over to me. I got you.
Okay,
I'll show you what happened.
Let's take a look.
No worries. So I got the 93 right here of Dalton Connor. We're going to keep an eye on him. The 73 of Case of Beer. And then they just touch. Applegate gets through, but Louis does not. And Louis, it's T-bone time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Captain Crunk. Oh, no. And then look, here comes Farmer. Oh, not Mark Safe from Farmer today.
Oh, man.
Wow, look at the 23 as he barely sneaks. That is Austin Thompson. That is crazy. Oh, Farmer really went for a ride there.
Wayne's World.
Let's see how hard it is.
Oh, man. Something about that team. MC Motorsports. Man, oh, man.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Brutal with a capital B. And I think that will play into the hands of those that pit. I'm thinking that's got to be some early math for fuel things, but boy, oh boy. And also what I'm seeing right here looks to be some confusion amongst the field. Drivers getting spots back. Volpus giving a lot of spots back if he's not pitting, but... And Lesko's going to bring it down. And I think why me and Gene are part of the reason why. Look at this gap. if it's fuel only, he might keep the lead.
Let's find out what is going to happen. Lesko coming into the pits. That's going to turn the lead over to the 3 of Calvin Smith.
They're sprinting.
Bridesmaid last week up immediately to that car. Eric Gambrell second. Tony Iverson third. Stinson and Thompson. Those top 5 drivers have yet to bring it down into the pits. Also, the good captain, Steve Lewis, he's going to stay out after that T-bone. So Louis will be shown in the 8th place position. There it is. T-bone. Oh, no, don't make me do it.
Oh, no. When I get your camera up, I can't hit them with the T-bone graphics. So I got to remember to do it afterwards because, man, we're eating good.
Here, give me that camera. I want to show you Louis' car. This is why Louis didn't pit. When your car looks like this,
fine.
you don't need to pit, bro.
No.
Look, it's
That
not
makes
a
it
problem.
faster.
Look at that.
That's better for the car. Some people don't know that, but that's better.
All right, he didn't get the note. He's coming down. Dang it. Oh, no, that would have been
kills
something.
our point. And now Iverson. So this caution has clearly been extended, as now we have other cars pitting. The pits, in my opinion, should have been closed, right? So that's interesting. So now the only 2 cars that have not pit are Calvin Smith and Austin Thompson.
Couple of rookies making a show for the rest of the field. And we are going to hold off on pitting, as we're going to let everybody come out. We got about 8-9 cars on there. And there it is, Buddy's plug-in coming up to show us the battle off pit road. And Kevin Kyle looks like he won that battle, but because of the field being all spread out, he's not the first car that's going to be up there. Kevin Kyle instead coming down on lap number 82. So, dude, we got I'm sorry, coming down on lap number 14. So we got guys coming down on 14. We got guys coming down on 19, 20, 21.
0.
And you know what? Let's have some more fun. Here comes a couple of more guys into the pit just to do it. Yeah, just to do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so there's a couple of our sponsors. Big shout out to Jordan Fisher and Fish Speed Brakes. If you haven't heard about Fish Speed Brakes, you've been living under a rock, because this is a channel of coaches on Discord using Garage 61 to analyze telemetry, track lines, speed, throttle, RPM, shifting brakes, whatever. They're on top of it to try to get your game to the next level. If you're crashing every time, let's get you to finish a race. That's what they can do. If you're running in the back, they'll get you in the middle. If you're in the middle, they'll get you in the playoffs. And if you're in the playoffs, ask Grant Applegate, they're going to get you a championship. These guys putting it together, Jordan Fisher and his team of coaches, $20 an hour. You can't beat that with a stick. Give them a shout out. That is Jordan Fisher, Fish Speed Brakes. Also, you like that cool graphic we showed you? That's one of Buddy's plugins, BuddySully.com. He is the professor, and you want to check out what Buddy's got going on. Hey, look, 911 bringing it in. That's Rusty Rafferty. Holy smokes. We are having a big time with these pit stops right now as we're trying to get this thing all figured out.
You get a pit stop.
What's 17 doing? Look at him. That did not look good. That car broke.
Yeah, I couldn't even get that. That's when you know the car is really fun to drive and you can't even get it in your pit stall. Lights finally off the pace car. What is this, real NASCAR? As we're getting ready to go green here. And I'm excited to watch Calvin Smith lead a race here on Mondays, because this is as overdue as all my library books.
Yeah, but look right behind him. Collin Bollinger's like, hey, man, you're in my spot, bro.
Enjoy your moment, my friend, because you get one lap.
In my spot. Behind him, look at that. John Beverly, the commish, up into the top 4. Kevin Kyle, Michael Wolf, Novella, Applegate, Holla, Lesko, rounding out the top 10. Pace car is out of the way. Keep an eye on that number 3. I'm not thinking of Mr. Dillon when I'm looking at it neither. Out of the shot, like a cannon, and there he goes, across the start-finish line. Behind him, Bollinger side by side with Austin Thompson. 33 Bollinger down on that apron, trying to find that exit speed. Look at the wrap, though, by Thompson on the outside. Calvin Smith having a good run. He's still up into the lead. Looks like we might make it green down the backstretch. Everybody looking good. Here comes Austin Thompson still battling with Bollinger. Meanwhile, 3 wide in the back there. Oh, they're having fun. And it is going to be Calvin Smith leading the lap under green here at New Hampshire upon the completion of lap number 25.
And like we said, I think Collin Bollinger might tell him, you only get one. Tell him, Peter. Everyone gets one, apparently. So I think Bollinger might be taking away this lead sooner rather than later. An 11-second pit stop for Bollinger, so likely at least 2 tires, maybe even 4. We've seen how fast you can get him on these next gens nowadays. And Bollinger really driving that car in deep, using the whole track there, which means he is not super concerned about the life of those tires.
No, he definitely took 4 right there, and he has got to do his best to get up into the lead and start pounding those laps led. Behind him, Austin Thompson ain't going nowhere. They are catching up on Calvin Smith, but as long as Thompson keeps doing what he's doing, getting underneath that left bumper, he is going to press, pack that air, and send Collin up. Now it's Collin's turn to think about packing that air, and that's going to allow Austin Thompson to take a peek around the outside. Diamond's the corner. Look at the acceleration of Bollinger. He is there. He's at the quarter panel of Calvin Smith. He's at the door, gonna dive it around the outside, and this is what you do when you got newer tires. Maybe he'll have the exit speed, and away he goes. Got 3rd place last year at New Hampshire. Back into the lead. King of the North here on lap 28.
I'm sure Calvin Smith absolutely threw that final blow, that final uppercut that you had in your arsenal, going all the way down to the apron, checking up early. He had a plan there. It was so close to working. But like you said, those tires that Bollinger has an advantage, enough for Bollinger to just absolutely wrap that top and use that exit speed to stay side by side with him. One thing to keep our eye on, we're about to see it here, between the 23 and the 3 here, me and Gene, and you were alluding to it, it is such a powerful move here to get to that corner panel on the inside, not to make contact, but to really put that air on that other race car that you were driving up against. And what it does, me and Gene, is it just makes the exits of these corners even more miserable than they are when you're in clean air. Don't forget about that little bump. I'll go on board with one of these guys here so I can show you what I'm talking about on the exit of 2 here, me and Gene. This thing makes these corners so brutal. It's right about there, and if you don't hit that as straight as you saw Calvin Smith just hit it, if your wheel is still turned, oh boy, have fun with that.
Well, meanwhile, I got my eyeballs on some other drivers. Eric Gambrell throwing down a 32-second lap and then a 31.61. Not really sure what happened to the 46, but he is in danger of being going down a lap. Yeah, he's like halfway around the track from these guys, so he's got to figure something out. Bollinger is still in the lead. Smith and Austin Thompson behind him, and then Grant Applegate moving up. And here we go. This is what we've been waiting for. Tony Iverson back up into the top 5. He's running a pretty good pace, 30.03, about 0.4 of a second off his fastest lap that he's run. He is, of course, on brand new tires, as he took them just on lap number 21 11 laps ago. So he's got to close that gap and just hold on to that position until we start thinking about new tires. Then you got Novella, Lesko, Michael Wolf. This is another really fast rookie running an amazing number 22. And then Kevin Kyle and Michael. Whoa, you need a bowl. Careful.
Yeah,
you
sorry.
Need in-flight. You need an in-flight bag for emergencies.
What happened there. I have no idea what happened there.
Oh, hard racing right now. 24 guys on the lead lap. But again, wow, Eric Gambrell, 33.5 seconds that last lap. Something wrong with that 46.
Oh, gosh, I hope so. You know, we saw how quick Gambrell was in the beginning of this race. So, yeah, something seriously wrong with that race car, and it's probably only a matter of time until, like you said, he is in threat of being a lap down. 22 seconds behind right now. These lap times here, roughly 28, so not going to be long, about 2 seconds off the pace.
Look at that car you got Grant in. What is that?
I know. What are those?
What are those? He's in a Red Bull.
Paints that's screwing everything up for me right now? I wonder.
I don't know. I got him in a Red Bull car.
He's going to be so offended, and I hope he wins. That would be even funnier. Let me see if I can change it right now, just for Grant.
No,
leave it on this beautiful purple Barney paint scheme we got going here.
Grant loves it.
He does.
Hey, I'll tell you what. We got some people at the house watching old RPS, Robert Plant Smith, out there looking for looking for his the usual suspects. the repeat offenders is the name of that team, Mr. Plant Smith. The repeat offenders. That's right. You got Kevin Kyle joined that team this year. So you got Kevin Kyle and you got Collin Bollinger. Andrew Sean not racing today, but Robert, you're going to be rooting for Kevin and Collin. And looks like he's going for Tony out there as well. Evan Stewart checking in. He is rooting for Austin Thompson. Evan Stewart, of course, one of the coaches for Fish Speed Breaks. Got him some wins in our Sunday league. Also has got him some wins in that wheel-to-wheel Sunday night tournament. Sunday night league that Jordan Fisher and him and Jaden Porter run. Yeah. Oh, man, why did you do that? I couldn't wait to hear Grant complain to you at the end. I was going to stand behind him and just be like, yeah.
Don't worry. The first half of the broadcast, we still got it. So
I'm telling him.
He'll be happy.
I'm absolutely telling you. Here's Ryan Holla out there today in that number 7. Poor Ryan, he's got no Wyatt Mickelson here tonight. Wyatt not making the start. So the number 7 of Holler on his own. But, hey, he had that big win at Charlotte. So Ryan, one might say he don't need nobody. He's 6th in points right now with that win to his name, but he needs another top 10 if he wants to keep up there in this ultra competitive Monday Night Mayhem field that we have seen going throughout this season early on. Speaking of ultra competitive, look at Collin Bollinger. He is a 2.5 seconds ahead of Calvin Smith. Calvin holding off the charge of Grant Applegate, Austin Thompson, Team Applegate's teammate behind him, and then Tony Iverson. But looky, Matt Novella coming into the picture all of a sudden. Yeah, the 56, remember, he got caught up in that accident where there might have been a little backing up. Not Kyle Lynott style backing up, thank God, but, just a little backing up. And Novella back into the mix as he's going chase. And then Nate Lesko. Little bit of a gap back to Michael Wolf running that 22 Chevrolet. Can't do that. And then Kevin Kyle and Michael Matta wrapping up the top 10. Yeah, I needed my own in-flight bag for that one.
Yeah, see? Wow. Congrats on another W this weekend, me and Gene. Michael Matta, another driver who was having a fantastic recovery here. He was in one of those earlier incidents, actually the same one that Novella was in, and both of them recovering well. But here it is for second place. Oh, it's Applegate. Wow, pulls that guy in IndyCar, that Foster guy in IndyCar did the exact move over in that S-show race in Canada this week. And now it looks like Thompson under fire from Novella and Iverson. Things about to get intense. That was a sizable hit for Applegate, but I think that 14, besides his ego and his track position, not going to be too damaged.
No. It's the other interesting thing is Austin Thompson and Calvin Smith are still on the old tires. Neither one of those is pit. Right. So I think they're playing the long game. They're looking at the history of the track, and they know that cautions might come out late, and they want to make sure that they got a set of tires for a nice 25, 26 lap shootout at the end. So, I mean, imagine you can save tires and you're in the top 5. That's some Justin Malarkey level malarkey.
And it's what we saw in the ARCA race as well. Yours truly able to go to victory lane, and I was the only one able to save enough fuel to pit one last time than everyone else with a very, like we're seeing here, Mean Gene, green flag race. I think there was only 2 cautions in the ARCA race before this. This one so far only with 1 as we get closer and closer to that halfway point. And it's trending more and more green, in my opinion, Mean Gene. We already have 3 drivers out of the race. Gambrill in the pits, so we could be down to 24 soon. So this is going to be an interesting one as Applegate going to look to the inside here.
Oh, he's trying to make a move. Remember, Thompson without new tires is easily victimized. And there it is. Thompson going to fall right back into third. I'm sorry, Calvin Smith falling back into third. And now Grant can set his eyes out over the horizon, but about 2.5 seconds ahead. Meanwhile, Tony Iverson, he's trying to hand out another tombstone, this time to the 23 of Thompson. But here comes Novella. He's going to make an aggressive dive, bring it up the track. Then he's going to make a recovery. That's going to cost you a little bit of rubber on that right front. But he holds on and now drives away. That was some great driving right there by the 56. Wow.
That was phenomenal by Matt Novella right there. You can tell there's a lot of tire left in that 56. Iverson, I think, is just... Oh, as Novella gets ultra loose mid-corner.
These two are playing now. They're having a big time with each other. Yeah, it is. So the 13 of Iverson, he's representing that Racing Tyrants team. They have been dominating for 3 seasons. And then ahead of him, Matt Novella, he's part of that NMO team that is accustomed. They're like a Gulf Coast affiliate, but they have been used to dominating. So Novella, a lot of speed there. We saw him win a truck championship. We've seen him win in every vehicle that iRacing supports pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
So to see the New Yorker out there, and look at this. Now he's closing up on the 2 guys with older tires. Iverson not going anywhere, but it's curious, that diamond, it's like a mini diamond going on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And at this point in the run, it's probably the only way to get these next gens to turn around here in New Hampshire. And I think between Iverson and Novella, it's going to be who chooses the right dancing partner between Thompson and Smith here, as these two are side by side. And I think it's just follow the right guy. Going 3 wide would be risky with these old tires, but you can see how early Iverson checked up there. He's sizing something up, trying to get back on the gas earlier than everybody else. There it is, Mean Gene.
Yep, power, and don't touch him. A little bit of paperwork. Eric Gambrell has now been taken to the infield care center along with Stinson and Redinger. So tough day here for the Grandstand Racing guys of Redinger and Stinson. Both those dudes, they were 8th and 9th in points. That's going to be a killer. And then Eric Gambrell being sent off to the infield care center as well. And Gambrell, he was trying to push his way up into that picture. So all 3 of those guys definitely going to take a hit. Gambrell only had 30 points. So it's been rough for Gambrell. 10 points a race. Oof.
Novella into Thompson there. Little bit of contact. Novella just sending it in so deep into the corners. And really what's also becoming a problem at this point in the run here, Mean Gene, these guys with about 30 laps on their tires, is the differential in approach. Novella just driving it in so much deeper than those around him, and that's how he's finding speed. Other guys finding speed like Iverson is by backing up these corners. So this is what creates incidents. But right now, Novella looking to have an extremely strong long-run car. But another guy that we obviously know we got to look out for, the early dominator of this race, Nate Lesko, starting to enter the picture here in that number 10.
Nate Lesko saving those tires, bringing it up. Oh, Ken Redinger's like, how did you miss the 12? Demolish in the top 10 cars under caution. Oh my! I'm gonna have to go back. So you announce for a minute, and I'm gonna go investigate.
Yeah, have fun doing that. That should be easy to find. Is Tony Iverson gonna think about a 3-wide move here on Lesko and Smith, and he's gonna go with it. Tony Iverson gonna use the apron around the bottom of the track, but just no drive off. Too late in the run to find any turn in that race car right there. Iverson gonna come out there the biggest victim, as Lesko gonna hold on to that inside position on the 3 of Smith. Lesko now gonna enter into the top 5 as he completes the pass on Smith. You've got to think that it's nearly time to pit if you are Calvin Smith or Austin Thompson, 2 drivers who have not visited the pits at all in this race. The only 2, I should say. Now on lap 52 with only 1 caution to our name.
You know what? Not pitting let him in the front. Hey, kick it over to me. I found lap 17, what we were talking about. Yeah, let's keep an eye on the number 12 there. We are under caution here on lap number 17. And
there's the red.
There it is. Yeah, they're wrecking up ahead of him in Massengill. No, I mean, I don't see it. That was under. All right, let's keep fast forwarding. He said it was the 12.
I'm scared for what's about to happen when the field comes together. There it is. Oh my God.
Wow. What a shot.
I told you.
He took out Louis.
That's case of beer.
That's case of beer.
Oh my gosh.
He got Parham, who goes into Iverson. Oh, look, he jumps Gambrell.
I think so that's what happened to Gambrell. And then the first one was Stinson. That's Parham. First one was Stinson. So got that whole team. Oh, the 3.
And then he's gonna get. And he gets Vulpes. Who?
Are you serious?
My word! Into the 42.
That's Redinger. That's how he knows. There's
into
Thornton.
Into the 1.
And
into
Lesko.
The 10. Wow, that was. Let's go inside that car.
Yeah, please. Cockpit.
Is that that's the one?
That looks like, I mean, that will do it. He's on the gas.
Let's see here. He's in second.
Okay. He's going to throttle up.
He's gunning it.
Third.
He's into third.
Boom. I can't believe the car kept going.
Down into second.
How did it not?
He's still gunning it. Look at him. He's still gunning it.
And what did he do after? Oh, then he just quit.
Interesting.
Well, we'll never see him again.
That was fascinating.
Unless that was maybe it was a ghost, a demon.
I mean, he's turning left.
Yeah, he's turning. Can't really blame hardware on that, can you?
He keeps turning to get him. Oh, I have never in my life seen anything like that.
Not in a league race, Mean Gene. I've seen it in an official, but not in a league race.
Wow. Okay, now I see why they extended. I see why they extended the caution.
Yeah, that makes more sense now.
Oh man, Joe, why don't I have the Dukes of Hazzard? This is what you get then.
And one of these. 10 of them, maybe.
Wow, that was okay, Ken. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know how I missed that.
That was preposterous.
I must have been talking about some food.
We probably had the Mean Gene cam up or something.
Yeah, that is definitely going to cost a lot of people spots. So up front now, guys that avoided the wreck. That's who it is. Collin Bollinger, Grant Applegate. Austin Thompson, Calvin Smith, Matt Novella battling. You can see Iverson and Novella not done. These two guys, they've had a good time battling each other. Rubbing is racing, and that's what we've seen out of them. Finally, and here we go. It's time.
It's time as Lesko going to bring it down first to bite. Lesko always doing this, Mean Gene, always putting himself in these, I want to say, like kind of risky situations where he could easily go a lap down. He will go a lap down if we get a caution. This will be like we saw last week, a crippling strategy move for Lesko. But right now, what it will do is give him that undercut advantage. But he's going to really, really have to cross his fingers that we stay green here.
Staying under green, that is gonna let Bollinger and Applegate continue to put down those safe laps as they are able to hold on to their lead. Yeah, this has been amazing. I hear on the radio pits are opening now, as I think we're very soon gonna see some guys taking that opportunity to come down. Thompson really needs to come down. He has been out on that track for so long, yet to take a pit stop, and we're here on lap number 61. There it is. Calvin Smith finally going to bring it down. That is the number 3 of Calvin Smith. Saw him lead some laps. Austin Thompson still holding on out there. He's got Matt Novella chasing him down. And there is Tony Iverson currently in 5th, as he is having one of his better runs so far this season out there here at New Hampshire. Bollinger, Applegate, Thompson, currently your top 3. Calvin Smith, first guy to bite on the pit stops. Ahead, you can see Novella still trying to go down on that apron to continue to find advantage. There it is. He's finally going to dive underneath Austin Thompson. Thompson, though, going to battle back on the outside, but it is finally the 56 on those newer tires, 19-lap newer tires, and that is what's going to make it possible for Novella to take over that position. Now here comes Tony Iverson. He's targeting the 23. Iverson took tires back on lap number 21, but he was a victim of the meat missile known as Jerry Massengill, who cut through that field. Curious how much damage that Tony Iverson might have on there. But Novella's not just driving away. These two guys are trying to do their best to keep up as close as they can. Speaking of close, Grant Applegate turning the same lap times as Collin Bollinger. So that gap not changing. It's still about 2.7 seconds between the two. So this little battle between Novella, Thompson, and Iverson has really been entertaining. Novella snuck by, but now Thompson, trying to find his rhythm again, is doing a pretty good job of hugging that apron. And Iverson's really staying patient here with him.
Yeah, he is. He's really focused on those exits there, trying to generate those big runs to get these opportunities like this one right here to make these passes. He's been working on this thing for about 30, 40 laps, me and Gene. Really curious to see how long these guys stay out here. I am fascinated that Thompson can make it 65 laps without bringing it down. You have to think that 23 is close on fuel. It's got to be, right? But he's dangerously close to be able to make it in this race.
Yeah, you would especially after you saw Calvin Smith come down and take the fuel. I thought Austin would follow soon afterwards, but Austin's been doing a really good job of holding on to his position. Now, that's great if you're battling for third and fourth with Novella and Iverson, but he also has to keep in mind that Collin and Grant are slowly pulling away from him, and now Calvin Smith is basically short pit the field there. Other guys of note, looks like Dakota Bly came down on lap number 60 as well. So Dakota going ahead and getting those fresh tires.
And Dakota Bly right now around some lead lap cars, and Michael Matta, another driver who we talked about making a great recovery here. Bly right there, a little bit up the track. So you're seeing a lot of these drivers, whether it be new tires, old tires, as this track changes, struggling to make their way around here. Bollinger, though, still with a 2.5 second lead over Applegate, but the last few laps have been in Applegate's favor by a few tenths of a second. Finally, Austin Thompson going to bring it down. So now we know lap 68, almost half the race, is how long he is able to make it. So impressive there. And he's going to have an extra set of tires. If this thing has a late caution, Austin Thompson will definitely be in the catbird seat, but I'm wondering if that will start the avalanche for the rest of these drivers.
Going to be very curious. Now, keep in mind, we did have the two cautions, and one of them was extended for about 6 laps.
Yeah, I wonder
so
why.
That throws off the fuel ratio. So I'm sure we're going to see other guys doing it. Here we go. Vulpes making the call. So I think once you see Joe Vulpes come down, that's a pretty good sign to the rest of the field that playtime is over, and let's take fuel, let's take tires, and let's make sure we can do battle. Again, super impressed with what Tony Iverson's been able to do here today. I really hope the Undertaker is able to finish what he has started. And he was also in the Massengill incident, so to see him get whacked from behind and still be able to keep his position, really good here for him.
Yeah, he was T-boned in that little incident there. Maybe got away with it just because of how bizarre it was. But yeah, Iverson, yeah, exactly. Everyone's gotten some stake here. But yeah, one of the drivers who I think may have gotten away with it, even Vulpes, you could kind of include in that because he got some considerable hits and he's not looking too bad besides the track position it's cost him. Here's Kevin Kyle working on Michael Wolf. It's tough racing here between the 31 and 22. Kevin Kyle been so impressive in both series he's been running these past few weeks. Really been knocking on that door for his next win. Think it's going to be possible for him to do it today. Strategy really about to start to unfold here in the latter end of this race. I think it's too early to tell who is in the best position to win, besides obviously Collin Bollinger.
Yeah, I think Collin and Grant, but those are two names. I mean, Collin and Grant, those are the two guys that have won the last 3 championships and the last 4 regular seasons here in Monday Night Mayhem. So no surprise if you're going to talk about championships, trophies, and the such that you talk about those two guys. Right now, Collin trying to put more people a lap down. He's battling right there. Got John Beverly directly in front of him. He just put Jonathan Casabir a lap down. That's at 73 behind him. So 14 cars on the lead lap, about to be 13 if he can make this pass. Beverly did take tires on lap 14, so he's on equal rubber as the 53 of Collin. But Collin is just in another word.
Or is it Parham? Yeah, it is. That's Parham right
JB.
there. JB is actually running right there in front of him. I'm sorry, yeah, in front of them. He's working on Parham right now to put him, looks like another lap down. A lot of these guys that were caught in the Massengill. Did you like that?
I like that. See what you did there.
Thank you. But those guys clearly a little bit off the pace. their cars physically look better than you'd expect, but you can tell they're not as comfortable as they should be. Podium much faster than that 19 is showing right now. But yeah, now next up, like you were talking about, it's my fault, will be John Beverly. It will be same tire situations, but that really also just goes to show how much pace is in that 53 right now.
All right, upgate on Massengate.
Massengate. I like that too.
I would like to apologize to anyone that got damaged from my car. It was fully unintentional. I got disconnected and my car went full throttle and hit people. I hate that I damaged so many cars, and I am sorry.
Didn't it steer though?
I don't know.
Maybe it didn't.
I mean, there is 2-degree banking, bro.
Yeah, maybe he just was at the absolute worst angle possible. That is brutal.
Yep.
Imagine not knowing, like you get disconnected, you don't know what happens, you go load up the broadcaster, and you're like, oh my goodness.
That stinks.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I hate it for him and for the other guys.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. I wish we could pull a all-star race back in the day, you know, when they let them all drive their backup cars because NASCAR didn't know what rain was yet. That would have been awesome to have the ability to do here in iRacing, right? To give everyone a fresh car that was involved in that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right, so meanwhile, it's pit stop time as
Bollinger.
Novella and Bollinger gonna bring it down. Novella matching the move of Collin.
I like that.
Now, I'm curious here. Do you get cute and try to take less tires? Nope.
No.
Novella gonna go right in. Oh my God, Novella living in the pit. Oh, he's living in it. I think he sped, Johnny. I think he sped.
No, Matt Novella sitting in the pits like it's comfortable.
Oh no.
You know
they got a
bye.
Yeah, you know they got a saying when that kind of thing happens.
What's that?
Yeah, when you do that kind of thing, they look at you and they tell you, man, you just
Oh, he can't do that.
you just can't, bro.
Oh, he can't do that.
You know, you're right. And now Novella out of the car, working on the front bumper, damaged earlier.
There you go. Wow.
No,
for real, bro. Look at this. 50 seconds in the pits.
Oh, God.
5-0. And it only takes 30 seconds to make it around there. Oh, that reminds me of a Dover race where I was in second with a sizable lead. And then I just decided to come in the pits a little hot, locked it up.
Speed.
And I said, I'm going to speed. I like speed. And then they said, yeah, that was what the officials.
Kawhi Leonard,
Still.
not a fan of that one. I think Thompson may have gotten, or not Thompson, Thornton may have gotten cute. 10 seconds spent in the pits.
Nah.
I don't think so.
No, that's right. No, because that's the new 10 and 11 is the new 4 tire.
You're right.
Novella with the 50, that's a problem. He's the only guy I've seen that really got jacked up there. Everybody else seems to be okay right now for green flag pit stops. Now, we are on lap number 81. We're scheduled for 150 here today. I'm going to go back in time because I have that ability.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
cool.
I'm going to go back in time and tell you because the end of lap number 75 is when we awarded points. Yes. And because of the pits, people taking pits. You want to know who won that?
Who won that?
You ain't gonna believe this.
Was it Applegate?
Grant Applegate.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Applegate won. Kevin Kyle took second at the stage. Michael Wolf gonna get 7 points. Ryan Holler gets the 6. Lesko gets 5. Collin Bollinger gets the 4. Let me make sure I'm telling you this right. No, wait. Novella? Is that Novella would have got second?
Yeah, I think so. He hadn't sped yet.
Yeah, Novella hadn't sped, so he actually came home second.
There he is right there. Driving probably as upset as he is.
Iverson got third because my SDK is still going live. Iverson got third in the stage. Is Brian Coward on the lead lap? No.
No.
Kevin Kyle got
Yeah,
fifth.
he's in second now. Kyle's still out there. Last pit stop on lap 19.
Oh, I'm sorry. Collin won the stage.
Oh, well, that's for shit's better.
God, I'm an idiot. Grant got second. Novella third. Iverson fourth. Kevin Kyle got fifth. Michael Wolf got sixth. Eric Thornton got seven. Ryan Holler got eight. Dalton Connor got ninth. And Nate Lesko took 10th.
And see, me and Gene, this we talked a little bit about Nate Lesko and how dominant he's been, but not gone to victory lane. Another thing he does is oftentimes his strategy is not really caring about the stage. He's often just going for that win, which he does get. But oftentimes, what that can also do is give away valuable points that he does need right now. Lesko is running about 5th place when he hit there before the stage.
So right now, 7 cars on the lead lap. The one of note, though, has to be Bollinger running 4th. He pit on lap 76. Iverson in 6th. He pit on lap 77. Eric Thornton coming out. He's going to stay on the lead lap, barely ahead of Grant Applegate.
Applegate pitting now.
Finally, Applegate going to bring it down, and he is going to lose some serious spots here to these guys that have pit. Going to be very fascinating to see how these guys, Applegate running it so much longer, expecting a pit, a caution, whereas it didn't come to fruition. And then somebody like Nate Lesko, who pit on 58. So when exactly is he going to make the call, as he's getting chased by Collin Bollinger, who's on 20 lap fresher tires? So lots of weird pit strategies going on right now. And then you got a guy like Kevin Kyle, who's still running. Now he's going to bring it into the pits. But Kyle, he hadn't pit since lap number 19. So we're going to
Caution is out.
Oh, what talk about getting burned? How is there a caution? Nate Lesko's not in the pit.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Oh man, I so many things.
In the lead. Lesko in the lead, and a caution comes out. That is insane.
And I'm hearing.
What are you looking at Louis for?
Farmer.
Is it Farmer and Louis?
That was SDK. I did not look at Lewis. It was like I said, look at Farmer, and it was like, no, Lewis. Oh, as Clausen just gets loose out of 2. And let's see how this one ends. Gets it in the wall. Big front end damage. And man, Mean Gene, what I was going to say, doesn't matter now though. It's Lesko, Bollinger, and all them going to pit. And cycling back to the lead will be Applegate and KK. So actually, I will stand by this. That, to me, what Applegate and KK were doing was the race-winning strategy. What just happened in this very track here at ARCA just before this is how I was able to win was staying out and really trying to take a pit stop out of the race, and I was the only one able to do it. That was what Kevin Kyle and Applegate, who actually is pitting again, were attempting to do there. They were good. If If Thompson was able to go 68 laps, then they were absolutely able to go 62, which is all they needed there. I would have stayed out if I was Applegate there, similar to what KK did. Austin Thompson, who pit on lap 67, electing to stay out. He can't make it, Mean Gene, but Kevin Kyle can absolutely make it to the checkered flag, and he is not on a tire disadvantage.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Unless, of course, we get cautions later. Grant Applegate and Joe Volpus back into the pits as they're going to take tires here on lap number 89.
Why is that?
Ahead of them, Lesko through Calvin Smith. That's going to be 4 through 9. All taking them there on lap number 88. Michael Wolf just taking 2 with the 4-second pit. Crazy sauce. Austin Thompson, he last pit on 67. So pretty sure he's going to have to come in for another pit stop at some point.
Unless we get hella cautions.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen. All right.
This is Kevin Kyle's race to win.
Could be. Could be. But look behind him. Ryan Hollis already won a race. There he is in third. Nate Lesko and Collin Bollinger, 4 and 5. Eric Thornton is right there. I mean, Eric's been knocking on the door of a win for a couple of seasons now, waiting to see it happen. Tony Iverson's got more wins in this series than everybody but like 3 guys. So there he is in 8th. Michael Wolf, he was 4th place just last week. Let's go racing, and away we go. Austin Thompson with a great start. He's going to have the lead over Kevin Kyle.
Iverson.
Behind him, Lesko and Hollis side by side. Bollinger, Iverson down under there. Bollinger going to go 3 wide with Lesko and Thornton around the outside. Lesko is going to hold on to 3rd, and that's the guy now, Lesko.
Volpus around.
Joe.
We'll see if that brings out a caution. It does. I believe that was Volpus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Good call.
Got eyes like a cat, if that's what cats are good at. Owl. Let's take a look at what happened to Smokin' Joe. What was he smoking?
Oh, the tires, bud.
That's no fun. As Joe just...
Yeah, it happened. It happens.
Yep, Applegate around that quarter panel. Not sure how much of an impact that had, but then Joe goes around and then... Does he attend the David Owens School of Racing here? No, caution's there.
Yeah, that's...
And
all right, so will Novella get the lap back? I think Novella's going to be your lucky dog.
Oh,
yep, there he goes.
He's like, I'm going now, and I don't even care if I'm being told to.
Hell yeah, that's the guy I want to see back. On
and
the
Thompson
lead
hits. There it is. Thompson going to bring it down.
Good for him. Take that opportunity.
That is a pretty smart move. I see why he did that. I would have been tempted to do the same thing if I'm Austin Thompson. I think him, if anybody, Mean Gene, he's one of those guys that really stayed out long. Smart move there to take 4 tires. He knows how big tire advantages are, and he's probably thinking, I'll take a 5-lap tire advantage, knowing I can make it on fuel. That sounds even better than pitting with everybody else. We always say, what happens if you follow the leader?
Do you finish second?
Yeah, you follow the leader. So Austin Thompson trying to find a way to do something different. Now he's going to have a 5-lap advantage, and he's only going down to 9th place. No harm, no foul, as far as I'm concerned.
No, really? I agree. He needed to try something different. But what that's going to do is now open up the door for Kevin Kyle. Kevin Kyle, last pit on lap number 87. So top 5 guys all took tires on 87 or 88. Holland's in there with his lap 82 tires. Michael Wolf took right sides on 88, and then Smith 88, and then Thompson and Dalton Connor. Look, here come the boys. Dalton Connor, though, look at that extended pit stop, 36.77. Wonder if he had a little damage. Yeah, the 93 had damage. We saw him have issues early on.
He was in Massengate. And another guy who has been coming in continuously, giving up all of his track position, has been Grant Applegate. And he did have pretty considerable damage while leading the race, Mean Gene. And I'm assuming what Applegate was feeling, or he was looking at lap times, comparing himself to that of Lesko, Bollinger, Kevin Kyle, Thompson, and Smith. And probably thinking, oh man, now this caution's out, all the playing field's even again. I think this damaged race car is not a race-winning race car. So he's going to give up that track position, get that thing back to 100%. I'm sure his spotter telling him that's a fixable race car, so I can't blame Applegate for that. Kevin Kyle putting the squeeze on Nate Lesko to get ready to go green.
Yes, sir. Waiting for that car to get out of the way. Nate Lesko, Kevin Kyle getting acquainted with each other. Eric Thornton, Collin Bollinger, Iverson, Holla, Michael Wolf, Austin Thompson.
Wow.
Away we go. Great start there by Kevin Kyle. Kevin Kyle pulling away. Lesko trying to hold on. Lesko going to dive it down low to the apron. Kyle, though, look at that preferred line as he gets to ride that second line right on there and then give the pinch to Nate Lesko to win the drag race. Lesko, though, he is at the halfway mark. Look at him. Now he's at the door. And here comes Thornton powering around the outside. Gonna try it. Kevin Kyle, hold on. Wow, top 4 putting on a show, baby.
Lesko and Kyle going for it, and you kind of saw the writing on the wall mid-corner through 1 and 2. How on earth did Nate Lesko keep that 10 going so fast through that corner with such good drive off, using the bottom well? Kevin Kyle used the top to perfection. That just might be how fast that 10 is. Kevin Kyle's going to have to do something here, Mean Gene, or he might be a dot in his windshield before he knows it.
Right now, Eric Thornton also pushing very hard in 4th spot, but nowhere to go. He needs to save those tires, or else he could find himself in severe damage in about 15 laps from now. finally gonna let it go. There goes the 33. He's diving down into the spot as he's having a big party up there as well. This race wide open now as we are seeing more and more action up. Thornton, this is what I did not want to see.
You told him not to do it.
I said, don't do it. You can't do.
Man, doesn't listen to me, Gene.
No, I'm like, man, you just
Oh, he can't do that.
can't do that.
You read my mind. I was like, he better play that damn sound clip.
13 cars on the lead lap as Joe Volpus was spared the embarrassment of going a lap down, but he is finding himself in the back of the field, trying to make his way up. Grant Applegate also trying to get through some lap traffic, pinching Louis up against the wall. That always ends well.
That's a good idea.
Finally, yeah, that's really good. And he's finally gonna make his way, but a lot of lap cars in that back that these guys are dealing with. Up front, though, no lap cars for Lesko, as here comes Collin Bollinger. These two guys been two of the faster cars all day long. They did get by Kevin Kyle. Tony Iverson holding on to 4, and Ryan Holler. Remember, Holler's tires are about 6 laps older, but we've already seen that 7 in victory lane, so you know that he knows how to win.
I know that you know that as well, and I was going to tell you, me and Gene, Holla from the back. What a job from Ryan Holla. This guy is showing that, I mean, we knew it wasn't a fluke, and also, for those who don't know, the fluke is one of the most common fish in the ocean, so if you go fishing, you just might find a fluke. But Ryan Holla here doing an amazing job, really has battled through a lot of adversity in this specific race, and this is what, even more than the win to me and Gene, shows that this guy is going to be a championship contender this season. What a job. Who cares where you've been the first 100 laps? All that matters in the last 50 here, you're in the top 5.
Oh, speaking of top 5, right behind him, Calvin Smith, that number 3 Chevrolet, sneaking his way back into the picture, as is Austin Thompson behind him, and then Michael Wolf. 3 rookies right there, Smith, Thompson, and Wolf, all saying, hey, man, new blood is pumping through the heart of the Monday Night Mayhem.
And it's been all year, but then we still have this fairly new blood, but still becoming very common to this series, and that is Mr. Grant Applegate. He's making pretty quick work, but I don't think as quick as he would have thought. Still mired back in 12th place. He's going to need to go, me and Gene. We're not pitting again unless we get a yellow, so we're not resetting this field. Applegate needs to go, and another guy who's going right now, Collin Bollinger in the 53, is doing a wonderful job here in that Busch Light Boston Celtics race car.
Collin a little bit faster than Nate that last lap, as was Kevin Kyle. So Kyle and Bollinger not going anywhere as they are trying to creep up. Tony Iverson and Holla behind them, just a little bit off the pace. You can see Holla actually catching up on that red number 13 of the Undertaker. So those guys are gonna be dueling here, and that could be a blessing for Lesko, Bollinger, and Kevin Kyle as they are up ahead there on lap 103. 48 laps to go here at New Hampshire. You're watching the Vortex Racing Network. Mean Gene Money, Zack Panzarella bringing you all the action. This is race number 4 of the 13-race regular season, and these guys having a big one. No win and you're in. This is all about points, and so drivers like Redinger, Simpson, Gambrel, all having to go pack it up early. Definitely going to suffer here today. Other drivers on the edge of the points looking up, definitely going to take advantage. That would be a Lesko, a Michael Wolf, a Matt Novella, all those guys. So Tony Iverson, all these fellas needing a big day. And right now, Tony, the gauntlet's been thrown at his foot, and the Undertaker picked it right up and said, yeah, I'm a gamer. Let's race. Behind him, Holler says, yeah, I'm racing too, as is the rookies of Thompson and Smith. Great run here today. Thornton making his way back up. Look at that. He got by Michael Wolf, and now he has got a little bit. Yeah, no, don't do it. No.
You're going to do it. I can tell.
No, I don't want to do it.
Be careful.
I don't want to do it.
But man, me and Gene, you know what Ryan Holla must be thinking right now as he has reeled in Tony Iverson, has been looking to make his way around him, has also been able to hold off Austin Thompson. But boy, You know what Hall is going to be thinking, what if I had as fresh tires as these guys did? This looks to be a race-winning race car if we were on an even playing field, and that will be interesting if we get a caution any time within the next 10, 15, maybe 20 laps. I think everyone would be compelled to take 4 tires if they had them, especially Mean Gene, with how few cars are on the lead lap here. Worst you could be would be 13th place.
I think they're going to have to take another stop and go. I don't think that they're going to be able to make the 60 freaking laps. You know, the last time they pit on 88. Yeah, but there were 2 cautions, and one of them was the Massengill.
You're right, it was the
6-lap fiasco. The massacre, that's the one.
We have a lot of them.
I did get an update from MRL officials that said that it was unfortunately so heinous of a action that he has been removed from the Discord, and they're talk about banning him from all MRL series. There's going to need to be a lot of letters written to get that thing undone.
And evidence, honestly. I mean, like, I don't not believe it. I don't think anyone in their right mind would ever do that, and especially not just leave the Discord themselves right afterwards, right? It's just, whoa, egregious. And what I think the admins will probably also say, if we hear from them about it, is whether or not it was a mistake, we don't want you on the track until we know you had that stuff figured out.
Yeah, that was just something.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Not in a league race, Mean Gene, not in a league race. But yeah, easily one of my biggest fears here on this service is for something like that to happen to me.
Yeah. So if you at home are wondering what we're talking about, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to do it again.
Go on board because I want to watch the steering again now that we know.
You want to watch the steering? I'm not sure if it's showing the wheel.
Do you not have a cockpit cam? Do I not have a cockpit cam?
That's not the wheel. Look.
There
it is. Okay. You want it? You want it? Here, let's see it. This is lap 17 under caution.
Okay, not steering, not steering. The wheel is disconnected from what I can tell. That's steering, Mean Gene.
I want you to go out and hit the pace car.
He got to it, right?
I mean, look at that. Is just
the physics are also bizarre for iRacing.
Look at Joe. Look at Joe.
Rice Krispie treat, baby.
My God, Joe got neutered. Man, he went for a ride.
Into Redinger, into Thornton, into Lesko.
Lesko, and into the pace car. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there was some steering there. I don't know. I don't know.
No one knows. Only the shadow knows what lurks in the heart of man.
Exactly. As Bollinger, trying to work on Lesko, has not been able to complete the pass. He's been getting closer and closer. And Lesko, like we just saw, one of those guys who was in that, looks like he was able to get it fixed, but that definitely set him back a little bit. He's done a great recovery. Unlike Applegate, who's still mired in 12th place, 8 seconds back from these guys.
Yeah, so top 3 guys are running just a heartbeat faster than the crew behind him, and that has let them pull about 3 seconds away from Iverson. Oh, don't be spinning. We don't need a caution.
Lawson, 6 laps down.
Zach, don't do it.
I didn't do anything.
Nobody.
I'm just kidding. Here it is.
Replay. Farmer time.
This looks familiar.
Hold on.
Oh, that wall loves him. Kept up the racing surface, though. So it looks like we will stay green.
All right. Good job.
Right in front of the leaders, too, Mean Gene. Right in front of the leaders.
13 drivers. 13 on the lead lap. But right now, all eyes on Lesko and the 53 of Collin. Collin trying to wrap it down low. Lesko using the exit speed. These two guys very familiar with each other.
Whoa.
And what? That's the move. Collin with the slide job. Gonna take it over from the, or hold on from the charge there. Boy, these guys are having a great time. Collin, Nate, and Kevin Kyle's got a front row seat to the best show on TV right now. Wow. Oh, wow. Lap 116, Zach, we got 35 laps to go. in this battle, and I'm smelling those the pit stop. What do you do though? I mean, if you look at your best lap versus your last lap, it is almost a second.
You don't pit. You don't pit. You run it dry. I am convinced these guys can make it, Mean Gene, especially Bollinger. We've seen him make fuel tanks last as long as Joe Logano, so we know something's up over there. But I don't pit, and really what I would do if I'm Bollinger, try to gap Lesko by about maybe a half a second, and then full conservation mode. Full clutch mode, save what you can, use that strategy or use that lead to your advantage. And one guy that I know we can't stop keeping our eye on is KK. He is amazing at not only fuel conservation, but pairing that with saving tires. I would not be surprised if Kevin has something to say about all this, with, I don't know, 10 to go. If we do stay green, if we do stay on the track with this top three. But it's going to be interesting, me and Gene, as these guys have gapped the rest of the field pretty considerably, 4 seconds now.
I'll tell you who ain't saving, and that's got to be Tony Iverson and Austin Thompson. These two dudes battling hard. Behind them, you can see Holler is finally starting to feel that pressure as Thornton and Novella have closed the gap. And Grant has made his way through all the lap traffic, and he was faster than everybody else on the track that last lap. So Grant, with this late run now, maybe the fuel's telling him he can make it and he can do something different. So we'll see what he can do out there. Up front, though, old Nate and Collin still having a big old time, but I'm going to keep my eye on Grant. He was 0.2 of a second faster that last lap.
Yeah, I did not realize that Grant had taken the lucky dog, is what it appears, and had to start behind the lap down cars, and so that is why it took him so long to get through the field. Now that he has, we're going to have to be keeping a close eye on the 14, especially if our leaders keep battling like this, Mean Gene. Let's go nearly to the quarter panel Bollinger that time around. 30 laps to go. I think they can make it. I'm going to go in the cockpit. They're still going down to the third gear. Either they can't make it at all, or they definitely can. It's not in between.
Wow, and he did it again, 0.2 of a second faster than the leaders that last lap. So let's just do some math. 30 laps at 0.2 of a second per lap. That is 6 seconds that he could make up on the leaders, but he's 7.83 behind.
Right. It's going to be tough. He's going to need some luck, too. And, the tire difference isn't that dramatic, so he's going to have to be considerably faster. Yeah, I think fourth is very doable.
He could get up to fourth if, but then he's going to have to try to get by Tony Iverson, former teammate. In fact, they were teammates until 30 seconds before the Charlotte race. Right. And then he said, bye, Felicia.
Mm-hmm. What every teammate loves.
Yeah, you want to hear that.
Exactly.
Oh, my. So, again, Lesko Bollinger having a battle. Kevin Kyle just kind of lurking back there, running his lines. And now here comes the fun, as finally a lapped car of Cole Lewis coming into the picture. Cole is in that 952 Chevrolet. Now, Cole is only 3 laps down, so maybe he could do something, but he did look to only take fuel back on lap 86. Collin is going to zip right around him, and look at him hugging that apron, hugging the rail. He doesn't want anything to do with this battle. He goes off the preferred line. Lets everybody go right on by. Oh, that line is going to affect Kevin's exit, though. Nah, he backed off. Good man. Good man.
Probably knowing Kevin's going to send it up there regardless of him being there or not. So KK going to stay on the same pace here as these two leaders. And like you said, he's kind of just lingering, Mean Gene. And one thing that he hasn't been doing is, with the exception of those first lap or two, he has not been going side by side. He's been really able to run his own line. And again, we saw how strong that was on that first run. I'm excited to see what KK can do, but I think the crucial thing for him is for there not to be a 1 in front of that time difference right there at any point in this run. Keep that 0 there.
Yeah, I think he's doing a good job, 30.68. And, here comes another lapper into the picture. Oh, Brandon Guerin just sent me a message about the rules infraction.
I love them so much. It's such a damn good band.
I'm so sorry. All right, so up front, look at this. Lesko and Bollinger inches away. Dakota Bly Now coming into the picture, Bly, though, lets the two of them go by. Also lets Kevin get the entrance that he wants and the exit. So good work there by Dakota. He is 2 laps down, is that number 55 Ford. So he does not want to be part of this equation.
Man.
Battle still going on between these two. This is great, too. These are dudes with really high I ratings. This is kind of like on paper who should be battling.
Right. I totally agree. These are who you expect. These two, along with Applegate, Iverson, and guys like KK who have just really been putting in the work. You expect this, and man, if I'm Kevin Kyle, and I'm looking at these two, this is music to my ears, like that Tears for Fears just was. Because wow, am I loving really the uncharacteristic impatience that Nate Lesko is showing right now. I don't really know what the hurry is, but boy, does he really want that lead back. I'm not sure if he's afraid of Bollinger driving away from him, but here it is again. Look at this. It's a full send on the bottom. Going to really try to get to the inside, and that's not going to be good for the tires.
It's because Collin slide jobbed him and then drove away. He didn't want to be, he didn't want to be a victim of that. And you're right. You know, they were much faster than Kevin Kyle 2 laps ago. That lap, though, 0.2 of a second. So Kevin closing the gap over them again. But while all that party is going on back there, look who else. Tony Iverson actually starting to creep up into this as well. So we'll see. Iverson has got a tiny gap over Austin Thompson, so he can breathe a little easier.
And then Dorsey helping Bollinger a lot there, me and Gene.
Novella and Thompson having a battle in the back there. Look, I got to pinch it. Right around that outside. Hold on, buddy. Hold on to it.
Don't think it was intentional or anything malicious there by Dorsey, but just wrong place, wrong time for Lesko to not get the exit he wanted. And it could be the same thing here if he's not able to be. Yeah, he's going to run it in deep, try to get that exit.
Oh, Brian, back off, bud. Let him go.
He does. Class act, Brian. Kevin Kyle's like, why? Be meaner.
That's right. Kevin Kyle's going to be handing out the KK Woodscape trophy for getting in the way.
He should literally just rate up right now. Free trophy for anyone who mixes it up. And here we go. Let's go. He's been trying this, Mean Gene. Trying to get to the outside. He wants to take away the exit from Bollinger. He hasn't been able to, but that's the line, or that's the move, I should say, that I really think Lesko wants. He's gone for that about 10 times, not exaggerating. And when he doesn't get it, he does that. He does the little diamond, gives him that runoff. But what he wants, Mean Gene, is to get close enough to Bollinger, drive it in deep, and take away his exit.
20 laps to go here at New Hampshire battle. He is, look at him, but he just cannot get it. Once he goes down, that dirty air is
that's what Bollinger wants.
Evil.
Whoa!
And Lesko brings it up top now. Good run. Let's see if he can pinch Bollinger. Doesn't quite get the pinch.
Oh!
Little bit of light contact there as they're going to drag race out of it. Bollinger going to run him all the way up to the wall.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to, this is what we're used to seeing with Grant and Nate. Yeah, and look at Kevin. He's like, do it.
Oh, look at that outside by Lesko. That's what I told you he wanted.
Maybe. What a move.
And now what does Bollinger want to do with this? I think he's going to want the crossover. Lesko read him like the dictionary. He's going to really take away that inside line, not give it to Bollinger, and that's what the air does. You see that right there, me and Gene. Kevin Kyle say, no. Get him, Collin, get him. He really wants this battle to continue, but Nate Lesko, he wanted that move. He set it up, and those guys, they were playing chess. That was fantastic racing. Loose off.
Yes, it was. And that's why you had to do it. You know, you can't let them run away from you. You got to take it back. I know it's affecting your tires. I know it's affecting your fuel.
You're right.
But he who hesitates is lost.
Yep.
And Lesko, so many times we've seen him lead all those laps and then come up short. That was aggressive driving, paid off at the right time. And the best part was his dancing partner had the skill level also to hold his line and do that battle.
That was good stuff, me and Gene. That's just A+ racing between two of the best drivers that have ever stepped foot into this series. And wow, was it clean. And you know that the KK, I think, was in a little bit of a predicament there, right? He was catching them, but he doesn't want to overdo his tires, getting too overzealous, overexcited, watching that unfold in front of him. And he also doesn't want to go for a foolish 3-wide move that may become available to him. But I think he thought that battle was going to go on for a few more laps. He's going to have to make quick work of Bollinger here if he wants a chance at this win. 15 to go, and Bollinger, contrary to what I thought, looks to be the one who has used up his stuff.
It could be. Both those guys were racing so hard. I know it had to affect the temperature of the tires, but Lesko with the clean air, able to pull away. Kevin Kyle wants to do something with Collin, but again, the 53, there's clean air in front of him now as well. So he's not going to be affected by any kind of dirty air on the car unless Kevin can drive it under him and maybe pack a little bit of air. Now, meanwhile, Tony Iverson has knocked off another 0.3 of a second.
Yes.
He's about 2 seconds behind Kevin Kyle, and he was almost 0.2 of a second faster that last lap. And let's get how about an Applegate update? His tires are hot, 30.91. He's almost a half a second slower, 0.2 of a second slower than Nate Lesko that last time. So he has moved back up into 7th. But driving through lap traffic and getting around the likes of Thornton, Holler, Calvin Smith, Michael Wolf definitely cost him
They get by Thompson in front of him
to move up. Now,
Thompson
that is his
smacked that
teammate,
wall.
Thompson. Yeah, Thompson's not going to battle him. That's his teammate.
Yeah,
he's
going to
he's going to let him go right on through.
And those
that'll move
lap
Grant to
times,
6th.
Mean Gene, can also be a tribute to. He was in Lap Car Hell. That group of Dorsey and the 55 Ablay, they were still together racing each other when that group caught him. And at one moment, we saw him, Novella, and those 2 lap cars go 4 wide. So that's always fun and really productive for fast lap times. So Applegate really happy, I'm sure, to make his way through that. But I think contrary to Iverson, the book has kind of wrote itself. We estimated maybe 4th. I think that could be in the cards. I think Iverson might have too much speed. I think Novella may as well. And Iverson, he's going to need to put down those heaters, as right now he's only he's still 0.2 faster than everyone that is named Nate Lesko.
Yeah, he's doing his best to hold it on. Now, again, last year we saw Grant win here. We saw Nate tit 2nd. Collin joined him up on the podium. This year, Grant caught behind laps traffic, and it's Lesko and Bollinger still running 1 and 2 around the field. Nate has now pushed that lead over Collin to 1.6 seconds. Kevin Kyle about half a second behind. So Kevin having a much better day than the last time he did when he touched this track, as he finished 26 laps down in 20th. So he's much happier here today. Nobody wants to see a caution in that top 5. Grant Applegate, though, I think he's doing the caution dance.
Oh, yes, he is. And since you got your own graphic, we have 9 to go, and we're on some ancient tires. I think it's fair to say that the hottest laps are behind us. So I have my own graphic, too. Yeah.
You're going to do it? You're going to risk it?
Yeah, I am. And I'm going to be right, unless we get...
Yeah, here we go!
Uh-huh. And who do you think is Zach's first hot lap winner today?
Gosh, I'll just say Lesko. He's in the lead.
Mean Gene, you have been spending a lot of time around me because you're getting good at this whole predicting thing.
Is that who it was?
It's Nate Lesko. Has put down the fastest lap time here today with a 29.49, which is lightning quick around this place.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that's been in the front the most. He's had that clean air. And when Collin was in the lead, he had Nate Lesko right up his tailpipe. So he just was getting air packed, and I don't think he really had that chance to just pull away. Nate also taking the pole, had that best opportunity. So I don't know. Is he winning both the awards? Come on, man.
I know. He's just hogging all the awards. Hopefully he can get himself, I believe it'll be his 4th trophy in this series' history, which is kind of crazy to say, but we talk about it a lot. Nate Lesko, such a dominant driver, but has had a hard time getting that luck or just having things go his way. And we'll take a quick peek at the standings before this thing is over as well, as we take the 6 to go. Man, me and Gene, is this going to be a massive points day for Nate?
Yeah, he needs it right now. He has won a stage, and he does have the top 5 to his name, but that's about it. Now, 12 stage points. That's pretty decent for him. That's going to put him in 6th for stage points, but that win should kick him up a whole lot higher, and that's exactly what he needs to move up from a 1-point deficit. He's at 1 point out of the playoffs.
Oh, right. We're getting spicy as Novella has caught Iverson. He has made the pass, and they both caught Kevin Kyle, and we're going 3 wide.
3 wide. Let's go. Let's go. Iverson now in third. No, we're not done. They're going to touch. They're going to touch. This is crazy. Kevin Kyle, Novella, Iverson, 3 personalities, 3 different race teams. Let's go.
All best friends.
Talk.
I can't either. I want to vomit watching this as wow. They're gonna Kevin Kyle gonna get the worst of that, but I think he knows or he sees the writing on the wall as these two are about to rough themselves up going into 1 and 2. I think KK gonna back it up, see if he can get a good exit. What a mid-corner speed by Novella. He looks to be the fastest out of the bunch.
Yeah, we thought about that 56. Remember, about halfway through this race, we were talking about what he could do later in a run, but Iverson is in the same boat, and both of them now appear to be creeping up on Collin Bollinger.
They are.
Just a heartbeat quicker, but Collin's the kind of guy looking in the rearview mirror playing those games. 3 laps to go. Nate Lesko up 3 seconds. He's happy. Collin is in second with just the 3 laps to go, so he's thinking he can hold him up. There he goes. He drops the hammer.
And loosey-goosey goes Tony Iverson, Mean Gene, as we have the battle for the MRL interview, perhaps even more important than the win to these guys.
Novella, he is getting really close to that bumper. Kevin Kyle backed all the way off, said, you two are freaking psycho. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't need anything. You don't ruin my day. I'm going for a championship run. And there it is, Iverson well below the line. Oh, and he's slick.
They're waiting for the white flag so they can wreck each other.
Yes, and once that white flag, and Kevin will be fine with it. He is okay.
Oh,
okay. There we go. Nate Lesko. He is ripping it around turn number 4. White flag coming out for the number 10 as he crosses the start-finish line.
Tony Iverson trying to hang on. Matt Novella not really within striking distance. This is for the podium position and the ever-important interview with VRN, which we know is honestly Tony's favorite thing. Novella sends it in deep. Not able to get to Iverson. He'll have one more chance at it, but Nate Lesko, he's sailing into the sunset. Oh,
this is it. This is the one. Novella.
He's there.
He looks like Willie Byron coming in on Joey Logano.
He goes high. No. What a turn by Tony.
Meanwhile, up front, your winner here today at Loudon is Nate Lesko. Collin Bollinger going to take second. Tony Iverson third. Matt Novella fourth. And Kevin Kyle fifth. He's holding on. Here comes Applegate.
Applegate.
Oh.
And
he tried.
Someone has to tell Applegate the race is over. He's like, no, guys, add 10 more laps. I think I'm going to win.
One more. That's right. I am not done winning. Kevin Kyle going to come home in 5th. Grant Applegate 6th. Eric Thornton holds on for 7th. Here comes our rookies. Calvin Smith in 8. Austin Thompson 9. Michael Wolf going to round out the top 10. Honorable mentions also got to go. Ryan Holler 11 and Joe Volpus coming home in 12th. Looks like Dalton Connor brings it home in 13. 13 drivers finishing on the lead lap here today.
Yeah, that's your typical New Hampshire, largely green race where you see that few cars finish on the lead lap. And also, what did I say in pre-race? If we were on the air, that's when we were having technical difficulties. But I said the cream would rise to the top. Look at that top 3, Mean Gene. Yeah, that was you agreeing, right?
That's my boy. That's my boy Fam right there.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That was a sexy burnout by Nate Lesko, doing the entire burnout, almost the whole front stretch there. What a job by Lesko. And a few of these drivers able to recover nicely. Parham was in Massengate. He was able to go under 14th, first car a lap down. Michael Matta, he was also caught up in that and also caught up in a few incidents there. He was able to come home 16th, and the rest of these guys, pretty much caught up in that little predicament.
Wow, what a race as we see Nate Lesko get her done. He needed a big race, led 22 last week, but then gets caught up in some foolishness, comes back here today, and is the guy up at the top of the podium in victory lane, and now becomes the game of why does everybody's Why does all of the broadcast channels look different now?
Oh my gosh, I agree.
You see this? Like, I can't even see their names.
I'll see if I can do it too, because I did this the other day and I was lost. All right.
Like, this is absurd. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to invite and see. Maybe I'll get lucky. Hey, let's go. Who changed this?
We already have Bollinger in the waiting room. Like, what a scholar and a gentleman.
There we go. I invited him. I invited Nate.
He's going to want that if he's not all hyped up on a Hawaiian Punch.
I'm hoping, man. Like, I don't even see him on there, and somebody changed the dang Discord. So, like, I don't even know what's happening.
I agree, as I'm looking too, and I feel like I'm losing my mind, my friend.
Yeah. All right, so I invited him. Hopefully he'll be coming in here any minute. Nate Lesko with the big win here today. Any minute. Any minute now. But you know what? Let's just do it. Let's take over, and just for the sake of expediency, not to be confused with Expedia. Yeah, let's bring in that guy for you, Zach.
Mr. Collin Bollinger, but you got you, my friend?
Yes, sir. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Yo.
Doing good, man. You guys put on a show, you and Nate did there on the latter half of that race. How close were you to the pit numbers so I can tell me and Gene how right I was about that? And also, what was that like there, that battle there with Nate in the closing laps?
I mean, I want to say I was still about 5 laps off.
Told you.
Probably going to come down and splash one more time. But no, I mean, it was really unfortunate. I knew the second the caution came out what was going to happen, and it exactly happened. So we had the race a lot harder to try and pass him than he had the race to defend us, and it just burned the tires off while he was able to pretty much sandbag us through the corners and save the tires. And we made the pass, and it was even though we passed him, we used up a lot more tire than he did, so he was able to just eventually wear us back down and get us back. So,
and where did
that's how it goes.
Where did it feel like the tire was getting used the most? Because when you made that pass on Nate, I noticed him trying to set up the move that he eventually made, that high move, taking away your exit. But I was assuming that was going to be killing his tires. Was it wrapping the bottom that was killing the right front?
I don't know. I just think I was early in that run. He would, especially middle off, he'd be so much slower. Obviously, just saving the tires in front and it using up every line imaginable, which that's what he's got to do. And I would have done the same thing. But I would just try to get a run-off exit, so I think I was just pushing it really hard off exit and pushing it really wide, and that right front tire really wasn't enjoying it. And like I said, once we finally got to him, about 5 laps after, the right front kind of just fell off, and then I had to start trying to defend back, and I really wasn't able to get to the bottom anymore. So it is what it is. It was so hard to pass, just took too long.
Yeah, it's always a nightmare to pass here in New Hampshire, and this was an unpredictable one with that insane little twist in the beginning of the race. I went under caution, and then really what happened from there, but largely green from that point on. With this new format, we didn't get you in the postseason as much as we would have liked last season, but now knowing that this is, not winning your win anymore, typical chase format, does that kind of change your approach at all late in these races, or is it still just only thinking about that trophy?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you guys know me the best. Even when we were still running the old format, I was always worried about the points and trying to figure that stuff out. So I mean, I think it plays more into my hand now than ever. It's just gotta keep making these races. It's really, I was like about 5 minutes away from not making it. I was sleeping, so I had to try to get myself back up to get in here. So, but it was worth it. We got a good run out of it. I don't know where the points stand. I might be in front of Grant. We might be tied. I'm not really sure, but
Somebody's up by 5.
Oh man, so,
the guy that has 3 top 5s versus the guy that has 2 top 5.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's you.
We just gotta keep it up. That's the whole. I mean, I know we're only a couple weeks in. We just gotta keep it going. So
that is awesome. Congrats on the points lead. And yeah, I was about to tell you, I didn't see it yet, but I was guessing just based off the consistency you've shown that you would be leading right now. So wonderful job. Another consistent performance. Another bunch of laps led. Great to have you back in the booth and back full-time, Collin. Any shout-outs you want to give before we let you out of here?
I'll shout out, Kevin Collin. He had another. I think he got a top 5 as well. So he had a great run, and he's been running really good recently. Daniel Plant Smith's probably out there somewhere.
He's watching
the YouTube chat.
Yeah, that's about right. So out there, he does all the paint scheme work, and then we race with him all the time. So he's one of our buddies. whoever else is out there. And then lastly, you two guys for putting on a great show. And I'm maybe not looking forward to it too much, but we're on the broadcast enough, so I'll be tuned into it maybe sometime tomorrow to rewatch. So
Yeah,
you guys
key
always do a
moments.
great job, though.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Collin. Congrats on the finish. Congrats on the points lead. And I'm sure I'll be talking to you again very, very soon.
Hey, guys.
See you, bud. Yeah, I tell you what, man. Laying it down. Him, Grant, Joe, having a good season so far. But I'll tell you what. Let's bring in the man that just laid down the law for the rest of the field. Nate, Lesko. You got your ears on.
Yeah, I got you guys.
He's back, baby. I'll tell you what, last week led 22 laps, got caught up in foolishness. This week, boy, you weren't going to wait, man. Talk to me about that showdown you had with Collin making that pass and driving away.
Yeah, I was just trying to maintain the lead without burning the tires up for as long as I could. But I was honestly, once he passed me, I honestly thought he'd just drive away. But yeah, I was pushing to stay with him, especially through the lap traffic, try to hang near him, and hopefully catch one of those cars at the right time, or just wait for him to slip up.
Really awesome run, and that was something that we really needed today. You were 1 point below the cut. Now all of a sudden, with that finish, you jump up to 8 in the points, and you got that breathing room of about 24 points between you and the cut, and now you can just look straight up. Something I do want to ask you about, though, Nate, is the stage points. You made that call to pit coming up on the stage. Was that something you were thinking about? Were you thinking about the overall race strategy? How did all that come about?
I was off strategy, off what I wanted to do. I was trying to stay out of trouble. This was my plan, was go through the race, especially the first half of it, and stay out of the trouble.
Right.
Try to qualify up high and all that, and then I'm just riding around behind a pace car and get rear-ended from a car.
You didn't have 20 car pileup by the 12 on your bingo card?
No, I didn't have that. So I had a pit. Fortunately, I was able to get all the damage done in one pit stop, but it still just put me in the back of the pack and off strategy, off where I wanted to be. So didn't really worry about the stage at that point and just try to maximize pace throughout the whole race. Well,
a lot of guys did end up getting caught up in that foolishness. It took out basically most of the top 10 that were in position of that race. So very unfortunate. MRL officials coming out with the ban hammer immediately, so you don't need to worry about that kind of activity ever happening again. Nate, I got to say, man, you're one of the drivers that we've been looking at knocking on the door, waiting for that win. You, Collin, Grant have put on some amazing battles. Was there any moment here today, besides, of course, that lap 17 incident, that you thought, oh my word? Because some of those crossovers you and Collin were doing to each other, man, I couldn't even talk sometimes.
Yeah, it's always tough trying to pass and set up a pass, and just racing close, because if you try to cut down low on this track, you kind of de-wedge the car and makes it super loose, and the other car is trying to cut down. So yeah, a lot of those times getting close to Collin, just trying to stay. I thought we raced hard, did a good job staying off each other though, and a little give and take in that battle, but it was all good hard racing. So it was a lot of fun, but yeah, scared throughout the whole battle, honestly.
I gotta say though, it must feel good knowing though that you can drive that close, pinch, squeeze, whatever term you want to use, and have these guys be able to control their car. We've seen you race that way. Grant, of course, is infamous for his tight squeezes. Collin as well. Joe Vulpes. The name goes on. Kevin Kyle, one of the guys stepping up to the front. But all these drivers, you included, able to hold your line and put on these great shows. It's got to feel good knowing that these guys are fast, but they're also going to hold that line and let you guys do that out there.
Yeah, no, it's fun racing these guys. They're fast, but can race clean and keep it going. So kind of know who you're racing with, and there's so many of those guys that you can race hard.
Man, it is fun to watch. Anybody you want to give a shout out to here today before we let you go celebrate this victory?
I want to give a shout out to Tony Iverson. The past two weeks, he, kind of sort of had a part in ending my races. So and it sounded like he was trying to end it, put a dent in the plans at the end there. So I'm thankful for that not happening and keeping it going.
Hey, Tony picked up a good win, a good finish here today. He gets into the top 12. So look at that. Not only does he get the thumbs up from, and I think I know how you Gen Z guys feel about the thumbs up. So he gets the thumbs up from Nate, and he gets into the top 12. Nate, thank you so much for the show, dude. It was time to talk to you in the booth again, and I'm glad we were part of it, dude. Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
All
Well
right,
done.
thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we knew that dude was going to be up there, man. It was just a matter of getting the opportunity to drive safe and aggressive at the same time, and I think that's what we saw.
Absolutely. That was a big day for Nate. Like we said, a lot of things have to come together sometimes for his speed to match with the luck in his strategy. And today was one of those days, everything fell into place and we got to see just how fast Nate is when everything or nothing gets in the way of his race, right? What a win by him. And I'm very, very positive that will not be the last this season.
No, that's just what we like seeing. And now, speaking of what we like seeing, how about this? A friend of the station, and he is making his way up. He's had kind of an interesting season, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Definitely has one. Got that podium, though.
19th, 35th. But now, 5th and 3rd, I believe the Undertaker has entered the chat. Tony, are you there?
I am here. Yes, I am here.
The gong. I'll tell you what, man, we were just reflecting on your season. 19th at Charlotte, 35th at Auto Club, but then all of a sudden, here come the short tracks. Are you a Penske driver in secret?
I actually hate all the tracks that we've been running lately. I really don't like this track. My biggest shout out right off the bat is going to go to Mr. Jordan Fisher. I bit the bullet for the first time ever in my iRacing career and hired a coach because I'm that bad at this track. And I was surprised at how much I learned and what I was doing wrong. And, what he presented to me really fit my driving style. I want to, if I have it my way, I'm going to be as low on the track as possible. And he kind of taught me a way to do it. So I didn't have the raw speed of some of the guys that could run it up out of the second lane. I thought I'd catch them on tires a little quicker than I did, but to come out of here with a top 3, this is a fish speed top 3 for sure.
Nice. Yeah, Jordan Fisher, of course, one of our top sponsors. And I'll tell you, man, for you changing your style to just commit and not change to that second lane, it does take a minute. We saw on Sundays, golly gee, what was the track? Iowa. I want to say it was a slick Iowa track where normally you would run that bottom line, and that's what Jordan was preaching. Everyone found speed in that second and third lane except Jose Medina. He stuck to that bottom line, and even though he was 13th, 14th, almost the entire race, end of the run comes and the guy is running 4th place. So it is there, but it is a modification. And then of course you just, at the end, all bets are off and you do it. But Tony, patience is definitely what scored you this one. But all that aside, talk to me about the Novella Kevin Kyle excitement.
That was a blast, man. We when that was all said and done, we all individually gave each other props, and it was so much fun. I had a feeling that if I caught Kyle, that Novella would be right there. And everything played out in the way that I thought, except I didn't think I'd have a chance to get back to the bottom once it all unfolded, and I found myself down there. And so I just was like, you know, now's my chance. And I just drove it in as hard as I could. And even after that, you know, I got a couple bumps and somehow didn't die. That was so much fun. I still dislike this track, but I dislike it with the positive vibe attached to it, if that is even possible. It's like love, hate, I guess, but with like not really that much love.
Well, you know, Zach and I have talked about the tracks that we dislike, and it becomes an opportunity to apply yourself and figure out what you're doing wrong. I work as a professional actor, and when I'm in a play and I'm having difficulty remembering words, like if I'm performing Shakespeare, to me, and what I've coaches have told me is, you don't understand something about the character. That's why you can't remember those lines, because something important you have yet to grasp. And I go back and I challenge myself to make that moment what makes my character so special. You know, every character, it's something unique about that day, or else they wouldn't be telling that story. So I feel the same way about racing. You know, the way that you just described not liking it but liking it, that is what propelled you to do that, to go to Jordan. And I think that's why you're feeling that extra sense of accomplishment. Zach, we've talked about tracks that we hate before, but when you apply yourself and get that reward, it just takes it to the next level.
Yeah, one thing I love about tracks that we hate too is normally when you're as good as someone like Tony, if you hate it, everyone probably hates it more. So it's an opportunity to, you know, kind of challenge yourself in a situation that everyone's miserable in. And that's what I always try to remind myself. It's like, this sucks for all of us. And so it's an opportunity to, I'd rather that than go to Talladega where we're all equal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it was so fun to have been racing with Novella and Kyle for years now. You know, like ever since I jumped into MRL on Monday nights, those two names have always been there. I think Novella was the first person I ever crashed in this league. And KK was the first person to ever give me some shit in this league. For sure. So, you know, it's crazy the way that this community is, you know, because throughout this entire race, I'm seeing brand new names that are meshing in and, you know, becoming part of the community as well. And it's a lot of fun to watch and to be a part of. And, you know, the way that I think about this league is it's borderline insanity. I think, like, I'm just a grown adult in my shed in the backyard, living out a childhood dream, pretending to be a race car driver. You know, it is so fun. Like, and races like tonight, you know, not in victory lane, but in your own way, you're in victory lane. It just feels that way, and I really like that.
Did you say pretending? You?
Oh, he can't do that.
No.
Oh, he can't do that.
You need that. It's a real to me, damn it. SoundCloud, you need that one.
No, it's real, bro. Come on, man.
Hey,
yeah, dude.
It's like I tell my wife, the cars are fake, but the racing is real.
Yeah, for real.
There we go. Yeah, it's been fun. You're absolutely right. Every year, I think for the last 3 years, we've said, well, this is the best rookie class we're going to ever see. And turn around and you just get more fellas that are just bringing the heat. I mean, that tonight, Calvin Smith, Austin Thompson, Michael Wolf, you battled to get through those guys to drive up to that third place position. And the other guy I want to ask you about just for a second is, how about Eric Thornton? Eric used to drive the car off the rubber off the damn tires right at the beginning of the run. Have you and Eric been having little chats? You guys are both racing tyrants, right?
Oh, yeah. You know, Eric doesn't give himself the credit that he deserves on the long run stuff, because I think he still has the trauma of his short run fate in his head, because he was even talking about it tonight. But he's definitely much improved on the long run. And, you know, the the tyrants in general right now, you know, we're kind of in a new era. We have the Bluegrass Traders, you know, that made a team about 10 minutes before the race. First race of the season. So,
and one of them was an assassin, right?
Oh yeah, man. No, they got themselves a nice little team over there, you know. But Michael Wolf just shows up out of nowhere, and
God, he's so good. He's so good.
Yeah,
and Austin too.
And, oh yeah, Austin. He's already reached out to me talking about how fun it is to race in this league and stuff. And you know, I just love this rookie class we have coming in. And Wolf by far has like the coolest last name in the league, so to have him on the Tyrants is cool. Yeah, it's just, you know, and he's running good, Eric's running good, and it definitely hurts a lot not to have Buddy out there. I think our tech guy over-teched his computer because he's been having some computer issues, and you know, he really
it's writing code, writing all that code, man.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's just got the fire coming off the fingertips when he starts doing his thing, you know, and he needs to bless himself with a new system for sure, because if there's one person I know that could utilize it, that's him.
Yeah, Buddy, of course, he is season 3 Monday Night Mayhem champion, talking about Buddy Sully on that Racing Tyrant team. Buddy also one of our sponsors with Buddy's plugins. You can see there, buddysully.com. You like the graphics that you're seeing, you like the pit road battle, you like that battle on pit road, you like the stages, any of that stuff that you want to check out, buddysully.com, Buddy's plugins. Hey, Tony, before we let you run here tonight, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, you know, I always have to start the shout outs, especially because they're coming there's a little more rarity to me talking to you guys these days. So definitely got to shout out the wife. You know, without her support, I wouldn't be able to have a shed in my backyard that is barred from everybody else's existence, and I race in there, and it's a sacred ground. And I basically have like the Little Rascals thing on the side outside of there, you know. The He-Man Woman Haters Club is out here, and she understands that and lets me do my thing. And it's a good time. And yeah, and then, you know, just the Tyrants and everybody else that kind of hangs out with us, and you know, we bounce ideas off each other and stuff in the Discord, and that's always a good time. And you know, huge shout out to Buddy. Wish he could have been here, but you know, as Brandon Guerin found out recently, these CPU issues can strike out of nowhere, and that's kind of our mechanical failure, I guess you can say, when you're in sim racing, is your hardware, you know. So hopefully Buddy gets that figured out and we can get him back on track. But yeah, other than that, you guys and everybody that puts this league on, and the way it's just consistently improving and getting better and getting more fun. And aside from that gnarly incident we had today where the dude disconnected and bulldozed the field, I think this was as good as possible that a New Hampshire race with this many cars could have ever went. And I think this league has a lot to be proud of after the way we just raced Richmond and New Hampshire. It's kind of crazy to think about how clean these races were and the tracks they were at. So I'm just looking forward to, you know, more of this.
Love to hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Iverson, the Undertaker, scoring second top 5 of the year, and it's time. It is a podium, and that is going to sneak him up into the 12th position. That's nice. Right at the line. You are the line, my friend, and you've got great. Those fast rookies in front of you, Calvin Smith, Michael Wolf. I mean, the names is a murderer's row. I mean, just look behind you. Dalton Connor, Jonathan Casabir, Kenneth Redinger. Nothing to worry about here. Nothing. No panic. It's fine.
Man, Redinger's definitely coming.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. But you know what? You're already back, so you're one up. Can't wait to see. Next week, you're on the glorious Super Speedway of Daytona. So let's get ready for a 40-man field. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tony Iverson, third place tonight, and back into the playoff picture. Tony, go have yourself a cold one if you choose to do so, my friend. You have earned it.
Congrats, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you, man.
Wow, what a finish right there. And I love that even somebody as fast as Tony recognizes, you know what, I can get a little better with some coaching here. What does he do? He gets the coaching, drives through the field, survives the Massen missile, and ends up, that's another one.
A Massive Missile's a good one, too.
Yeah. Ends up coming back up through the field for that top three. And I mean, it wasn't easy, dude. I mean, he is smash battling with Novella and Kevin Kyle there at the end, as well as what he is driving to get through the rookies of Wolf, Thompson, and Smith. So lots of action going on there for him to get into that position. So if you're wondering about fish speed, there it is right there. Real coaching, real results, real fast. $20 an hour. You get that one-on-one time. You're going to be in Discord with them. I mean, that is cheaper than those 7 and 8 man groups that you're in for the lessons that you're going to get from Busa or any of those other guys. This is one-on-one coaching. They're going to use Garage 61, and you're going to get to see. Anyway. Yeah, and you're going to absolutely get to see the line they're running, compare it to your line, braking, RPM, throttle control. All of these things are going to immediately affect your that telemetry is going to affect the times that you're putting down. You can see right there 7 different coaches, all of these guys with a slew of wins at their disposal. And hey, that Jaden Browder guy races on a freaking controller sometimes.
Jeez.
So I'm not kidding. I've seen him win on a controller. If you're on a controller, that dude can hook you up. All the rest of those guys, Jaden included, all these fellas are going to be able to hook you up and get you faster. That is fish speed brakes. Now, that is going to wrap us up from New Hampshire, but it is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, the doubleheader begins right here. Monday is going to be crazy as you're going to have the SWC ARCA Series kicking off season number 3, and then followed up by the Monday Night Mayhem that you just watched. Doubleheader action. Season opens. Where are we at next week for the season open?
For ARCA, I think we're going to Daytona. We're going the same place. We're going to be doing the same thing usually, following the lead of this league. Yep, and so it's going to be a Super Bowl. Let me double check, because I know Patrick made that schedule, and he did a wonderful job. But, oh no, we get to go to Richmond. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so happy.
There you go.
That's way better.
It's going to be starting at Richmond. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, it is not too late. They did a recruiting race today, but get in touch. Patrick Cowgill, Zack Panzarella. If you got that I rating at 2,700 or less, and you want to be on the broadcast, you want to get in the victory lane, reach out, get on there. The season is about to start. Be there at the beginning and make your way over. Hey, even if you're going to miss next week, get in the league. You'll miss the one race. You'll still be eligible for those playoffs. Yeah, you get the one drop, so you get to go. Big Truckin' Tuesday is off next week, but don't worry. We're going to do a show. Zach and I will be here tomorrow night. We're going to kick it off at about 11:30 East Central, and that is going to just give us a quick recap of what happened on the season. Maybe do some profiles about the drivers. Maybe if I can convince one of them to stay up late, I'll get a driver to come on the show with us. But check out Mean Gene and Zach. Maybe we'll have Smokin' Joe in the background, but he already said he's saving his voice for his victory interviews later down the road. Wednesday night, boy, they are in full effect. That is Smokin' Joe and Buddy Sully, the professor, bringing you those broadcasts for the SWC Gen 6 league, where, boy, Kenneth Redinger just kind of showing how fast he is in that league. But that is another live broadcast right here on the Vortex Racing Network. Speaking of live, you like live? That's great, because we do it live. That's going to be on Thursdays. As I know, I'm not hitting that button because he says that. You can catch Kevin Kyle and Kyle Lynott bringing you the Thursday night Quantum Contender Series. Those boys deep in the playoffs right now, so check them out as they are accumulating those points as that season is full underway. And I want to say next week They are going to be, and that's the 19th, the 20th. They're going to be at Bristol.
Oh, that'll be an intense one.
Yeah, so check them out there at Bristol. Only 3 races left in that Quantum Contender series. And then Sunday, the Premier Cup once again. You're going to get to check them out as they are racing on Sunday. And I ought to know because I ought to be practicing, but that just ain't happening.
It's like me and Sonoma on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Joe's probably real happy. I'm sitting here saying that I have no idea where they're going to race. You know what? I'll take a look. Oh, they're in New Hampshire. Of course they are, because that's where they are in real life. Mm-hmm. The track that Joey built. I know. I'm not going to let it go. You've had to put up with this for 2 of the last 4 weeks.
I have. It's not fair.
Are you going to be okay?
Eventually. Maybe.
Nice.
Probably not.
So make sure you are subscribed to the Vortex Racing Network, guys. We are climbing up that ladder to 500. It is going to happen soon, but it ain't going to happen without your help. So hook us up. Make it happen. Make us all true believers. That is going to wrap us up from New Hampshire. Thank you for joining us here today. Big shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much to Fish Speed Brakes for their season-long sponsorship. Thank you to Buddy's Plugins for their season-long sponsorship as well. Sponsorship opportunity still out there. Reach out to John Beverly, Joe Volpus, and Brandon Guerin. Get your name on the broadcast. Hell, we'll bring you in the booth for a little bit as long as you don't touch Zack's nachos. That is, I found out the hard way. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Shout out to the admins as well. Beverly, Volpus, Guerin, thank you for making it happen. And to you, the fans at home, thank you so much for joining us every Monday night. Get your piece of the mayhem. Have a great evening. And as always,